So we did the Chapter 4 case study for Facebook Privacy, What Privacy? And it's with Kelsey Hall, Trey Lowe, TQ Searcy, Joshua Losapio, Reagan Little, and Melissa Moore. So for our summary, many people believe that the users of Facebook do not have privacy rights, but they do. There's many documents available for the users to help them understand their rights. And Facebook has designed a privacy policy that helps its users navigate their rights and obligations. The policy was written clear with bullet points, which make it easier for us users to understand the document. Facebook's goal is to serve advertisements that are more relevant to you than anywhere else on the web. But the personal information they gather about you, both with and without your consent, can also be used against you in other ways, which allows you to question your privacy within the network. So an introduction is, in short amount of time, Facebook has become one of the most versatile tools on the internet, has brought it to its users. The initial primary function of social networking for individuals has morphed into becoming a backbone for groups, clubs, teams, and businesses.
Facebook is a popular social media website with millions of users. As a nonprofit, users would expect Facebook to be upfront and honest about the way that they use data, but they are not. So who is involved in this situation and what do they want? The people involved in this situation are Facebook users who have their data unknowingly taken and used, and these are the stakeholders in this case. To avoid this conflict, stakeholders have three options. They can quit Facebook, restrict the data they choose to communicate through Facebook, or accept the fact that Facebook will continue to use their data. The consequence of halting Facebook use is that this option still leaves stakeholders vulnerable to data theft on sites that feature Facebook widgets. Restricting the information that users share on Facebook is somewhat helpful in this situation, but still leaves users vulnerable to having statistical information such as IP addresses, click path, and time spent on different sites stolen from them. Choosing to accept the way Facebook uses user data assumes all of the consequences of the company's actions while allowing the user to continue to interact with others online via social media. So, privacy to Facebook's model. It's an intimate relationship with complete openness of users' information. There is a steady claim that all operations are dependent on users' private information as it declares in its privacy policy. Sued multiple times, privacy enactments are only triggered by these consequences. It is visible that Facebook is willing to go to the extremes in order to continuously generate revenue while invading user privacy.
Weakness and factors that contribute to them. According to Saigon Gale, global strategic branding firm, Facebook's privacy policy is more difficult to comprehend than government notices or typical bank credit card agreements, which are notoriously dense. Facebook's privacy is considerably deceitful and is rendered in a sense that is not meaningful to its users. So question 1, can Facebook have a successful business model? By acquiring transparency relationship with users, Facebook can achieve a successful business model. Measures to make this possible. If Facebook were to participate in fair information practices, they would achieve a higher success rate within their businesses. A core principle of enactment would be choice and consent.
Question number 2. Is Facebook liable for the distribution of personal information? Yes, while they are technically not the owners of the data, they are liable for the way it is distributed. Facebook says it does not own our data and it is our data. However, Mark Zuckerberg is making $40 million a year while the users who are supposed to be the owner of the data is not making any money from their data. Facebook acts as the owners by collecting, using, and profiting from our data, so they are responsible for our data. In theory, they are not protecting our data, yet using it to generate revenue and make their site more personal with predictive advertisements.
Our third question is, what terms and conditions are you really agreeing to? Facebook keeps track of activity on other sites that have like buttons or recommendation widgets and records time of your visit and your IP address when you visit a site with those features. On this slide, we attached a few clippets of the actual terms and agreements, and what is underlined under green is some of the things that Facebook users are unaware of, like we may use all of your information we receive about you, your account or timeline, things you share, keywords from your stories, things we infer from your use of Facebook. It says that we give them permission to our name, profile pictures, content, information without any compensation to us. In conclusion, through careful consideration, we have concluded that Facebook uses many manipulative features such as profiling that push ethical and legal boundaries of the external environment. However, it does have its pros and cons. As Facebook users, it is our responsibility to read the fine print and make adjustments through privacy settings.